All right, Coach Etheridge here, obviously familiar face for some. Had a previous stint here, came back in the offseason. What's it been like being back? I know it's only a couple of years since you've been gone, but even more changes since then. I know you see the cranes and stuff working over here. Continual change since you've been gone?
Absolutely. I mean, you can just tell from an athletic department standpoint with, Coach Perez and everybody that's doing everything to help get this program to where it's going with, changing conference, going to the Big 12. So you can just see the excitement with the program and what our basketball program is doing as well, being #1 in the country. So there's a lot of excitement around the athletic program, obviously, in Houston. So it's an exciting time to be back, and it's a great time to be a part of it.
You inherit a pretty good crop. You doing all DBs or just corners right now?
Doing corners.
Just corners? Okay. So you inherit a heck of a crop of talent there from guys that set last year like McCutcheon, guys that came in, guys that have been here. A lot of skill set, a lot of size at that position. What have you seen? I know it's only a couple of days of spring, and you know some of these guys already, but what have you seen initially just in terms of progress, where you see this projecting to next season?
Well, I'm just excited to come every day to work with this group because, coming in and seeing they're eager to hungry to learn. They all want to learn. They all want to get better. I mean, they're calling, texting, trying to figure out how do they get better, knowing the pedigree that I've had in the history of being here and at Auburn the past couple of years. So they just come to learn. I just love their love for the football, love for the game and how they've been able to prepare each and every day. And that's not just in the classroom and in the locker room or whatnot, just in the classroom as well, off campus, and that campus over there. So it's just a matter of what these guys been able to do, and I'm excited about whatever they're doing to help prepare themselves day in and day out.
Got you. As things progress under this new staff, you've obviously been a part of new staffs before and this and that. What's some of the key things you guys focus on early on? Obviously, there's been an attention to detail, like a lot of the small things that you're trying to make sure all these guys are doing right now so that it translates over. But anything else you really try to do in your first few, your first spring ball with some guys type thing, just to make sure we're all on the same page type thing?
Man, that's been the best thing about joining Coach Frisch's staff is everybody aligned, the communication, nobody skip a beat. Guys be on the same page. We meet, we talk about it, but when we hit the grass, we have a short period of time. We all want to be on the same page because we want to help develop these kids. So, the attention to details and making sure that you get better from the last practice, the last meeting, all those things to prepare yourself. So when these guys step into the room, you have a plan of action to help them go out there and get better with a short period of time. So just alignment piece and everybody be on the same page and working with the defensive staff, with working the back end with Coach CY, who's been with Coach Wood at Tulane, and just hearing their communication and hearing the things that they've done before, and also opening new ideas about what other guys have done at other places. So that's been exciting to get in there, collaborate, and talk about a lot of different things so we can find what all guys can do best so we can tailor to what they can do well and obviously go out there and execute at a high level.
What are those, in your experience, what are those first practices like with a whole new team?
Well, it's always, I tell the guys all the time, you're always excited about the first time and everything, right? Everybody's excited about the first day of spring. Everybody's excited about the first day of going to school, right? So it's about those days, the approach of coming out and just executing at a high level with giving effort and speed. We know you're going to make mistakes, but how you finish is the focus on what we're doing in day one and day two. How we practice, how we do things is the most important thing. How do we pursue the football? Because effort make up a lot of mistakes. So that's been the focus on these first 2 days while installing defenses for guys to execute. But we want these guys to be able to play fast and be able to get to the football and make things happen when they get there. So that's been an exciting time, obviously, to get out here on these first 2 days, to get all the kinks out on how practice flows and all that. So that's been the main thing in these first 2 days.
Is there anything in particular that stands out to you in the way the corners are playing and just the overall places you think they need to improve?
Absolutely. I mean, I talk to them all the time. Everybody look good in T-shirts. And the game is played in pass. So, just first day is just trying to learn new techniques, the things that I'm teaching, things that they've done to eliminate old terminology. That's the biggest thing when you change in defense is the terminology piece, because football is football. So those guys are trying to learn my techniques, learn what I'm asking them to do, and knowing what to do, how to do it, and why it's important that we do it that way is the main thing. So just seeing them trying to execute that, but every guy have shown, flashes here and there that they can do a lot of good things to help this team be successful next year. And, we're just trying to get better from one day to the next day, and that's what's been exciting about them. But they're all standing out at a high level at this point.
Thanks so much.